So the plan is to get rid of these 3 shelves here on the side, so I can put, which I bought, another one of these pieces of plywood, and I'm just gonna put it lengthwise, another one across. But I have to get at least these 2 off, so I could put the iMac there. But for now, while I wait, or not wait, this guy has been delivered and been sitting here waiting to be opened. So without further ado, I'm gonna open this puppy. I call this room my studio that happens to have a bed in it. Not a bedroom, a studio that happens to have a bed in it, which is nice when you have this big box to open. This is one thing Apple knows how to do, is to package their products. Let's see how I'm gonna pick this thing up. Oh, okay, there we go. There it is. Accessories in the box. Let me take the screen protector thing off. Nice. Alright, time for the keyboard, mouse, and other stuff. Alright, so I get those out, I get it all set up. I'm gonna spend like half hour setting this thing up, but again, this is the temporary replacement of this thing. This is gonna end up, the iMac is gonna end up over there with the other piece of plywood, and then this older desk, which was built a little under 3 years ago, will be typewriter, writing, all that type of deal. Then the right over here will be editing with the iMac. Alright, well, I'll see you after. I'm going to build all this, and then I'm going to take all this down. These screws are anchored into the wall for the brackets here, so we're going to have some gnarly holes after, but I'll patch them maybe 5-6 years from now, we'll see. Alright, I gotta sand and put the first coat on, so I'm gonna bring the piece of plywood and put it on top of that stool, and then I got a nice moving blanket on the bottom here so it doesn't ruin our new floor. But I think I'm just gonna do a time lapse because I gotta sand it, put the first coat on, and then wait 2 hours and put the next coat on, and then it should be ready. So I think I'm just gonna do a time lapse. Alright, first coat is on. I'm gonna wait 2 hours, lightly sand it as its directions go, and then put the next coat on. In the meantime, I'm gonna have dinner, and then I'm gonna try to put the brackets on the wall so I can put this thing up. Alright, it has been just under 2 hours, so I'm gonna do a very light sand and put another coat on. It's almost 10:30 at night, so I need to go to bed, but after I do that, I'm out of bed. And in the morning, I'm gonna put a third coat on. And then I'm also going to put all the brackets on, so I'll get up early and do that. I have Monday through Friday, pretty much from 7, well, depending on what time I get up, to 7:30 a.m. in the morning, and then from 8 p.m. to whenever I go to bed. Those are my time slots because the middle of the day is taken up by school and work. And then Saturday morning, we head to Maine, and that'll be next week's video. So I need to get this done. But it's working out fine, so I'm not complaining. But tomorrow morning, I need to get up early, put those brackets on, get the third layer on, and then we'll go from there. Alright, it's the next morning, about 5:20 a.m. I'm going to put the third coat on. Sorry about the hair, but I don't really care at this time. Alright, brackets are up, the two big ones, and then the two little ones on the side. I have no idea how I'm going to get a screw under there, but I might not have to. I'm going to clean up the drywall dust on the side and take these out too. Bo has been silently watching / sleeping. It's still 6:30 in the morning, so pretty good today. I forgot to press record when I was vacuuming, but there's dust here and I vacuumed it, so put that in your head. Alright, the last step in getting this ready to put on the wall is to cut out a little, maybe 2" by 2" square on the side here, so when it comes to the wall, I still have a little hole to put wires and cables and whatnot. So I'm going to do that right now. That's pretty good. Alright, now I'm going to do a time lapse of me fastening these brackets, all these brackets with screws to the plywood on the top. Okay, the fact that I got a screw up in there is literally nothing short of a miracle. And for reference, this is a stubby screwdriver, so I couldn't use that. And the way I did it was with this 45-degree attachment for your impact driver. I'll link that thing in my description because that changed my life. And I'm not even going to worry about trying to put the one in over there because, I mean, that's just impossible if we're being honest. But this is pretty good. It's solid now. The only problem I have, which is bugging me, is over here. I mean, there's a tiny bit of play, which is the same problem I had with that, but I just put 2 legs on the side, which is what I might do over here, but it's just going to block it off on the side, which I don't like. So what I could do is put another bracket over there, and I feel like I should have put that closer to the end. I should have done that, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. But this is all set now. I'm going to remove the Mac over and get all of this ready. I'm in a different setting right now, obviously, but it's because I'm in Maine, which will be next week's video. So if you want to see some of the pictures I take here, which will all be on 35mm film, so that'll be, 2 or 3 weeks from now, depending on how long it takes to get back from the lab. You want to see those and then see that video a day or 2 early, consider becoming a member. And thank you to those who've done so already.